The test of time. My glasses feel like they're crooked, but I look in the mirror and they're straight. What the hell's going on here? Well, a couple things. One being the most common, one being not so common, but we'll look at it anyways because you guys do it. We'll start with the common one. Yeah? So what it amounts to is the vast majority of the time when you have a pair of glasses that feels like it's crooked, but it looks like it's level, it's nice and even across here when you look in the mirror, follows the brows nicely, the eyes are sitting good and level in the frame on either side. Well, what else could possibly be going on if everything is sitting level, but they just feel like they're crooked? Incidentally, one temple is in just a little bit too far or out just a little bit too far. Specifically from doing this. Taking the glasses on and off with one hand every single time you do it slowly makes the opposite one go out, 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 out. Until finally you have glasses that are sitting like this, where it is much closer on one side where it's out because the pressure of the other is pushing it in than the other. Super annoying. It will drive you absolutely crazy trying to figure it out if you don't know what it is. And a lot of times people come in and say, my glasses just don't feel right here. If they do it with both hands, it's a little more complicated. Or maybe they're just trying to be good right in front of me. Could be both. Usually it's the latter. You're trying to be good in front of me, but I know what you did already as soon as I see it. I know what happened. Now, in the event of that, it is sometimes a super easy fix and sometimes a not super easy fix. Sometimes it is actually this hinge itself has started to wear out. The material has started to wear down on that side, causing the whole temple to just slowly spread out. Sometimes it is actually the curvature of the frame itself right in here has started to flatten out, kind of like that, causing it to come back in. Sometimes it's right here, which seems weird if it's one side and not both, but it can be. And then you would heat up that point and wrap it in a bit. Same if it's over here, you would heat that up and bring it in a little bit. You have to be careful of screwing up the lenses at that point because the anti-reflective coatings are prone to failure from heat. Just something to be aware of in that event. Now, as I mentioned, that doesn't sound quite that intuitive. So here is the other less common one where people come in and say this and don't know what's going on. Seems a little obvious what's going on here and causing them not to fit. You would be amazed how often it isn't that obvious. Now with these, I am going to cheat and have my hand here for right now. This, it doesn't really show up the subtlety on camera as much, but you can see overall we're sitting at least level, but as soon as I let go, things start to shift at least a little bit. But what happens when you've got it on its natural state, here we're sitting level, it looks pretty much okay, right? But you'll notice when I turn my head, you can see something's not, because this side is out. What do we got? 2 fingers here, and this one, I can't even get 1 finger in over here. But straight on, you see that. It's pretty much level and in place. Yeah? Yeah. What happens is this side that actually has the arm or the pressure as it should be is pushing away from the face, because we've talked about the clamping force required to keep glasses on and in place. And I can in fact even cheat with my hand supported over here and it fixes it here. But there's nothing here. So no matter what you do to fix that here, it's going to constantly do this. Now that's an extreme example, of course, but it's easier to show the effect because this is pushing away and this has nothing to stop it from coming in. That happens whether it is both pieces missing or just the one. And on your basic plastic frames like this guy here, it's pretty obvious, right? As I mentioned, you've got the one side that is way out, and that comes from on and off with the one hand all the time. It just causes that stress. And this one isn't as bad as it looks at first impression, but it's not exactly great either because it is a little bit off. It's one of those, we're still sitting sort of level. I literally grabbed these out of a box. That's actually not that bad. And overall, it does the job. But if you need to fix that, you can see here where this one bends more out and this one does too. What you need to fix is slowly, oof, that's a lovely sound. We love hearing glasses crack. No, we don't. And just very soft. Sometimes you have to heat it up, sometimes you don't. It's a little chilly down here. So I suspect this one would need to be heated just a little bit more, but this material isn't very forgiving. Never do this when you're trying to adjust glasses, especially cold. But this material, I know, can take it. Or it's going to snap. But most likely, it's just not going to adjust. But you can say we fixed that a little bit. It's more back level versus splayed out. We do the same thing, on this side. You can see kind of the same thing, just putting that bend back where it was bowed out to make it straight. Now we've got a little bit more force. So yeah, that's not as loose now at least, but we're still just a little bit off. We're sitting level, but I'm seeing this side is out further now. So we would need to bring this one in or this one back out. In this case, it's going to be this one back in just a little bit more. You can see that right there actually. So this one is just a tick out and you can bring that back in here. As I mentioned, you can heat it and do it up here too, but that's not really the case on this one. There's no real wear signs right there. And this one, I'm just going to bend the knot out of it because it's fun. And there you go. Now you've got a pair that's fitting as it should. Classic, simple, easy. I wouldn't wear it because I don't do classic, simple, easy, or cheap. Yeah. Now, hopefully that helps you get your glasses from sitting wonky, even if you don't know what's causing them to sit wonky. If this video helped you, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, if it helped you, if you hate me, or if you don't, or anything in between. If you want help with a specific thing, let me know. I may address it in another video. I may just reply directly to you. Always try to reply to every comment. You may notice that. Whether I want to or not, I will. Sometimes I get moody and snarky. Not often, but it happens. So I'll catch you guys next time.